Well, school can be a place of laughter, bonding with friends, and discovering oneself. It can also be a source of anguish, confusion, and low self-esteem. The latter developed out of a lack of confidence in one's physical appearance. Well, here to share how to have a positive back-to-school experience is our body image activist and photographer, Miss Lindsay Ray. It is good to see you again.
Hi, it's so good to be back. I love coming here with you guys.
Well, we love having you. We love having you because you bring such a positive spirit to our program and to whatever subject we're touching on. And we're here to talk about back to school body image. And, you know, especially for females, but males as well. What would you say are some of the common themes that you've noticed? You have a daughter yourself. What do you find as a common theme in terms of what you're hearing in the school?
You know, even to go back from what I'm hearing from personal experience, I can talk about what it was like being a teen girl going shopping with my mom. And while I know she loves me and her heart is always in the right place, I'll never forget the sounds of, "Oh, that's too tight on you. Don't you think you want to go a couple sizes up?" Or, you know, what will the boys think when they, you know, if your shorts are that short? You know, and it was never about like, let's find a positive way to talk about this. It was always the pressure on me to have to look a way that was acceptable to everyone else. And it put so much pressure on teen girls. And, you know, I watch it even with my daughter who just turned 8. I see her all the time. Like I got her a little crop top to be on trend with her little friends for summer to play outside. And she didn't like it. She's yanking it down. So as moms and as parents, it's not just about making sure that our children are meeting the criteria for the school dress code, but that they're able to really live and fully express themselves as the themselves that they want to be, not who we see them as parents.
What would you say, though, because, I mean, there are children who don't know what's best for them until they get to be a little bit older, because with age comes wisdom, experience. You know, that is a parent's job, though, right, to protect their child and to kind of know what's appropriate and what's not appropriate.
Exactly. And I think that one of the things that we can do as parents actively is monitor our children's social media. And this isn't just monitoring in a way that we're watching things we don't want them to see, but encouraging them to see influencers that we believe in, influencers like gymnasts, the amazing gymnast Gabby, or runners, or body activists, and making sure that we're actually shaping the view of the world that our children have, so they're not only seeing the Kardashians and the Gigi Hadids and everyone who's absolutely stunning and never to put down a single woman, but those aren't the best influences for teen girls. You know, they're very womanly, they're voluptuous, and every woman should have the right to show that off. But as teen girls, we want to promote that you can be confident, you can be bold in completely different ways. So I have a whole guide where we recommend this.
And also, like you said, it's also the way in which the message is delivered, because especially when we're younger, we're very sensitive, and any little interpretation that could be misconstrued, it bruises one's ego, and one can get very sensitive and self-conscious. So as parents, we need to be very careful about what we say to children, how we say it. So what your example was is, you know, that looks too tight or whatever, to say it in a different way, knowing that, you know, you want your child to put their best foot forward, but there's a way in which to deliver the same message.
Exactly. And I actually have 6 steps that I would recommend that parents take as a way to connect with their children and communicate with them with back to school shopping. This is the chance to let your child start their school year self-assured and confident and in their own right. The first step that I have is, this is an age where a lot of children are figuring out their own identities, and that includes gender as well as style. So I really believe in not forcing your child to shop in a gender specific area of the store. Another thing, like I said, curating social media in a way that we're not just blocking things, because with teens, if you say no, they want it more. Sure. So let's give them lots of yeses. Let's give them tons of positive yeses and people to follow on social media. Another one is specifically for moms of daughters. And this is a tough one. Mothers and fathers should never imply to their daughters that it is their responsibility to monitor the male gaze. Their only responsibility is to exist for themselves, to show up, and to give their best effort. The responsibility of the male gaze falls on the parents of males who need to have those conversations, but it's time to take that pressure off of girls. It's time to stop saying, you need to cover your shoulders and sweat all day because this boy hasn't yet learned how to address his hormones. So that to me is extremely important, because what we're saying to girls when we do this is that by wearing a tank top or showing their shoulders that they're dressing provocative or quote unquote slutty, and we never want a young girl to feel that. We want them to feel self-assured and confident, and moms can do that by controlling the way that they talk about clothes when they're back to school shopping.
And if the child is feeling uncomfortable, or maybe we should even say adolescent, because you know, when you're a child, wearing super revealing clothes is probably not the best thing to do if you're going to school or something like that. I mean, it's different if you're in a bathing suit going to the beach, right? But if you are ever feeling uncomfortable, is to address it with a parent, with an adult. Well, we only have about 20 seconds left here. So what other tips would you give parents?
So my best tip, especially with the length of shorts, is the one that we used in my high school that I actually love. And that's to just stand up straight, let their arms hang down, and it should be no shorter than where the tip of the fingertip falls. It's a great way to meet dress code and be comfortable and let them control what feels good.
That is a good tip, Lindsay Ray. Well, I want to thank you so much for joining us. And again, you always bring such positivity, and having a self-image that is positive and that you know that you're beautiful and smart, it's really the best way to start the school year.
I agree. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much. We're back after this.